Hello, friends, family, and flock. And if you're not one of those, hey, maybe you can become one. Welcome to Bobo's Corner, or even Bobo's Around the Corner. Today is Tuesday, right after Memorial Day weekend, and I am currently at the storage unit and about to pull over 50 orders. That's awesome! Yay! But the other thing is that's so cool about this is that some of those items were listed over 2 years ago. And yes, I know. I'm supposed to be fixing up some of those, and I am. I just haven't made it to all of them yet. Sometimes I get busy doing listing, and I don't get to doing some of the maintenance side. And I really am going to start working on that. But if you get bored today, by all means, after you look at this video, hit the like and subscribe button. And go on to Bobo's Corner or Bobo's Around the Corner on eBay and find something that you like. Hey, shopping is therapy after all. Anyway, off to pull some orders. I'll show you on my way. Alright, a little update on storage unit and how much stuff has been listed. There is, I don't know, over 10,000 items in here. So much left to do though. But you know what? I'm retired. Well, this is what I call retirement. I always need something to do. Sitting still is just not my style. Alright, so I'm going to pull some orders. Let's see what we've got here. We have, first two things, we have some Disney Fairy plastic reusable cups. And they are in SU37. And right above that we have an HC27. Oh, we got some 7 themes going on here. So SU37 and HC27, we have a little item that is a tutu skirt. I guess somebody is looking to be a clown or just to have some kind of little fancy thing going on. Alright, so SU37, we'll come down here. This is kind of how I have these things set up. I do need to do a little bit of combining because some of these things have gone down and what's in the boxes, and so if I can combine a couple of boxes, that would be awesome. So looking for SU37, SU37, SU30, there we go, SU37. So come over here, let's see. I hate it when it's up on top sometimes because can't totally hold things very well. So let's see, we'll get in here. Got some cups back here. A couple of fairy cups. Oh, that's not fairy. That is Disney. And let's see. Alright, so we have 2 of those little fairy cups right here. And then what was our other one? HC27. Let's see. HC27. Oh yes. All the way down here on the end. Alright. So, being that it is right here and I got this stuff in my way, I'm going to cut this off for a second and go ahead and pick that up. And I will return to you in a few. And truthfully, you guys, I can just roll that thing out of here. I just don't want to do it right now because it's been raining and the rain might get some of that ready. Alright, clown tutu. It's kind of cute, isn't it? The item is actually an SU36, which was kind of funny because, of course, I'm looking for a tub and I remember now that I had forgotten to grab a tub, and so I just made it out of a box. Hopefully I can make this one go into a tub. But looking for some jumbo playing cards that are Paw Patrol. That's one of the shows I kind of like. Although they do rescue people quite a bit. But I do love it when the kids watch it. So here's the Paw Patrol cards. And let's get on to the next one. Okay. So, we got the Paw Patrol cars. Over here we have... Okay, so this is one of the Chevy Blazer hub center things. And this one, I actually had 3 of those. And I think this one was the one that was scratched up. And so, this one I did 5059. And so that one sold. And that is actually out here. I'm not going to take too much time on that one. Alright, so see how this one is like 1113? We're looking for 5059, yep. And so that made that a lot easier. I'll put that over here. And then, what else do we have on here? Some socks. By the way, folks, socks actually are pretty pricey anyway, but these socks are actually pretty nice. I even have a pair myself. So we have SU119. And that is actually, I know, back here. And I always like it when it's right on top. See there? Look at that. And I'm actually going to go ahead. I already know that not only did this sell to one person, another person came and they bought 2 more. So I have 2 more of those to go out. All right. Look at there. We got it going on. Woohoo. Okay, so our next item is in HC73. We have a Ringmaster adult costume. I wonder if, you know, something circusy is going on, because this is the second order that has to do with a circus theme. So we have HC73. Let's see where we can find that. I'm going to cut this off for just a couple of seconds, just because I don't want you to hang with me during all of these little finds. But we're going back and forth, and some of these are a little out of order only because they didn't fit right on the shelf. But I do know where this is, and I will show you here in a second. Alright, here's our Ringmaster kit. Has a vest and cuffs. Should be cute. Okay, our next item is some Timberland loafers. And those are in SU120. Let's see if I can find those. And 120 is right over here. Let's get that taken care of. Alright, so here are the Timberland shoes. All ready to go. And on to the next one. Alright, our next game. We have one called Flipolo? Something or other. Anyway, it's double-sided, but only one combination wins. Looks kind of fun. Maybe it'd be something I would want to play with Lucy. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Alright, so our next thing, we actually sold some Happy Easter Bunny shaped fillable eggs. These were so cute, and I was wondering why in the world they didn't sell during Easter. But anyway, this person has 2 of them, so hopefully they're going to do some cool things with them. Looking in SU37. That seems to be a popular box today. Alright, so there are those plastic Easter eggs. Set of 4 of them. Alright, and on to the next. So our next thing is a Harley cover, and that is actually right over here. That was super simple. Put that in there. And let's see what else we got. Alright, we got a fishing reel, and it is in SU122. I feel like that's pretty close by. Let's see here. Oh, look at there, right there in front of me. Alright, so we're looking for a fishing reel. And it looks like that is that right here. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Next one is 2 mop covers. Hey, you guys, mop covers. If you need some, the ones that have the spongy thing on the bottom, Rubbermaid, we have so many of them. Come and get some from me. Alright, let's go pull those orders. Alright, there we go. We have some mop covers. Let's throw those in the bin. And let's see what we got for the next one. Alright. We have a candy wrapper purse tote, SU91. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, look at that candy wrapper purse. It's really cool. It's cool to think that people can take something and recycle up it. Alright, next thing up we have a Tough Athletics size XXL full zip jacket, and that is an SU91. Well, I should have been paying attention because I was just in that box. Alright, be right back. Alright, so 91 right down there. So here is that top. It's actually really cute. Alright, let's see what else we got going on. I think we're almost done with one store. 8. Alright, so some leg warmers, which are these really furry things. It reminds me of ponies. Anyway, HC56, and then we have some pants, I believe, and they are in SU101. So HC56, let's get that first. Let's find it. It was interesting on those because we actually had, it's way up there, so I'm going to have to climb a little bit, but there was like yellow ones, different ones, quite cute, and it would really keep you warm on Halloween. So if you're interested, there might be a few more pair. Alright, so the next 2 orders are pulled. We've got some furry leg warmers and brand new pair of pants. And I'm feeling like we're getting close on this one. We have a costume in HC3, which is a Storybook Alice in Wonderland long sleeve. And what size is it? Large, extra large, HC3. We don't have far to go, I feel. 2, 3. Oh, it's there. And it's right there. That is so cool. I love it when they're right there on top because sometimes digging and getting everything out towards the very bottom is a pain in the rear end. Okay, so I have some paper fan decorations in SU27 and a 48-piece Disney puzzle of Ariel, which I will get those, and we will go to the Harry Potter costume, and then there is some, this is actually a little wristlet purse thing that was a Patagonia thing, but it was a little faded, but still quite cute. Alright, so let's go SU27. Let's see what we have back here. Hey, wait. SU27, that's not too far away. I know where that one is. Let me get that. Our beautiful paper fan decorations. Little nautical theme. Next we have our Little Mermaid Ariel puzzle. 48 pieces. We have plenty of these. Kids love them. You know you want to buy some. So we have them in so many Disney characters and everything else. You know you want one. You know, there's days that things are just always up on top. Like in HC42 is the Harry Potter little cape thing. And yep, gotta climb up there. So hang on. You know, honestly, I'm thinking that this is a test in acrobatic skills sometimes because, whew, maneuvering over things, climbing up, it's better than yoga. So I think I said Patagonia, but I meant Pandora. So it's a Pandora purse. Looks like this. Nice little clutch, wristlet type thing. It does have a little bit of discoloration, which was noted in the description, but overall it's very cute. And a nice little addition to whatever is going on with that. So I thought I was done with that store, but somebody just came in with an order for an aerial lanyard. Quite cute. I think these things are great for library cards or keys or even just badges. Fun. Alright, so on to the next store. We have, how many orders do we have on that one? Let's see. 17. We've shipped a couple this morning. And so that is what we have on there for right now. So let's go in here and see what do we need to pull from this store to get these things shipped out today. And then I need to come over here on this side. And you know, people talk about death piles, that kind of stuff. It's not really that this is a death pile. It kind of is, but it's not really. The only reason that it's kind of a death pile is mainly because we bought a humongo store from someone and we're just going through it and listing things, and so this is what I have left. Not those white book boxes back there. That actually is my husband's, and he is working on those for Amazon. So yep, we do a little bit of everything. And as for now, I'm gonna go over here, pull some orders and get them started so I can get home and get these things packed and out. Alright, so our first thing is actually Ariel is popular today. So SU-14, we have a little small Ariel puzzle, and then right above that in SU-126 is some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers little glasses. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull those, and I'll show you once I get done. Alright, so SU-14, and right over here is our cute little Ariel puzzle. Alright, let's see what else we need to grab. Which I did look, and sometimes I forget. It's just a lot of numbers. Oh yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 126. And here is our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. My kids used to love this. Alright, so now we have a Dr. Skeleton, which is HC98. And then we're going to get into a media box because somebody apparently wants to do some beading. Alright, HC98, that actually is just like right around this corner, I feel. 96, 24. Oh, there we go, right back there, 98. And there he is. And you know you want him to work on you. Alright, and there's our beading frenzy. I think sometimes people make the coolest things. And I love these types of things that are just like flyers and they have little designs in them. So you can make some quick crafts. See, I told you everything's up high up there. BB9. I already got that out because I need both hands. And this is I Thought of You Today. Oh, I hope somebody's getting something sweet. Very cool. And then we have some orange tea lights, which, you know, even though these are orange and they are supposed to be for Halloween, I just think that these work out great in votives. So maybe that's what they're doing, or maybe they're doing Halloween stuff early. You know that thing of when in doubt, part it out? Well, this was one of those things that got parted out. It, I believe, goes to an air conditioner, but hey, didn't go in the trash, and that just makes me happy. See? HC20 way up there. And what do I need to get out of there? A Rainbow Dash hoodie. So, yep. Going to do some climbing. Actually, I'm just going to go get a ladder. And there we have it. My Little Pony Rainbow Dash. I guess it's not a hoodie, it's just a shirt. But what? Adult, small, medium. Folks, I'm telling you, Halloween, Halloween, anything HC. I think there's 100 and some odd boxes. Alright, so our next one is a dinosaur train collectible, like little plastic train. And you guys, SU-97, guess where it is? All the way up there. Yes. Gotta climb again. Dang it. And there you have it. Dinosaur train. Dinosaur train. This one's bloody. And then we have some shower curtain hangers, which, just like the other one, it was up on top. So I went ahead and got that while it was up there. On to the next. Alright, next in 106, which is right here, we have a Jake tin. And let's see, it should be somewhere down here on the bottom. That's generally where things seem to be nowadays. Yep, there we go. It's all the way down there. Cute little Jake the Pirate lunchbox tin. Actually, I don't think I would use it so much for a lunchbox, but it'd be great to hold little figures in. Alright, our next thing is an Arrow outdoor beach blanket. Waterproof picnic blanket type thing. The thing that's cool about this one is that it fits in this little tiny little bag, and I'll show you that here in a second. So what do we got? That one is in BB-13. Makes me think of Star Wars. BB-8. See how cool that is? Fits really cute in this little bag. Alright, next item is... Alright, is this Blockus? I'm assuming it's Blockus. Some people I hear say Blockus. Anyway, if you guys haven't played this game, it's really fun. 4 people can play, 2 people can play. But it's a strategy game, and it's really fun. I totally enjoy this with my family. But let's find that. SU-44. And where do you think SU-44 is? Ah! Some days are like this. Anybody who says, oh yeah, eBay's so easy, it can be if you're doing low amounts, but if you're doing high amounts, sometimes it can be a pain. But I still like it. And there it is. Okay, so this next one I think is over on the other side. Everybody's getting out their RVs because it's that time of year, Colorado. So, what do we have? SU-40. I feel like it's over here. There we go, SU-40 right down here. Yay! It's something on the bottom. And let's see, we gotta get in here and find it. Sorry for the noise. I feel like I'm looking at this and I don't see it. Alright, and then here are the lights, the 300 mini lights, and they had ordered 2 of them, which that's awesome because these are big boxes and I need them out of there. But apparently I misplaced an item, and so I need to find it. And it happens, but I'll find it. Alright, and then we have this nice little tie owl to go on somebody's backpack or keychain. And then I have one more order to pull, and we are done and going to head home. Alright, and our final item today is a yin and yang 2-sided necklace. You know, besties or maybe a soulmate. And now, everyone, it's time to close up shop and go home and pack. What a day. Okay, also, those people who are wondering, yes, I did find this. It was beside it, so I must have gone through and set it next to it. It happens sometimes. Now I'm off to close up and go ship. Talk to you guys later. Bye.